Hi, this is Dennis Fassett, the Cashflow Mercenary. Welcome to another installment of Cashflow Mercenary Television. Seth Godin is a guy that writes a business blog, and he had a good post today. I don't agree with everything Seth does. He is a blogger focused more on corporate people, and unfortunately, what I'm not sure he understands or realizes, the automotive industry doesn't work the way that most companies, most industries work, and so a lot of his advice, a lot of what he writes is impractical and just not really relevant to the folks in the automotive industry. And quite honestly, had I not spent some time working in Silicon Valley for the old Hewlett-Packard back in the 90s, I wouldn't have any clue what he's talking about. I probably wouldn't even know, have found him. But again, good guy, insightful blog aimed at corporate people that is often relevant to business and that type of thing. And today's post was particularly relevant. And in the post today, he was talking about how it's imperative that you choose your customers. And it's interesting that he brought this up. I was thinking about that because I had a situation come up just yesterday, actually, when I talked to somebody that wanted to rent one of my apartments, and had a long conversation. And as I kind of probe, as I always do, I always spend about 20 minutes or so in the first conversation probing and finding out why they're moving, what their story is. I want to know what their story is, and just ask them open-ended questions and to let them talk. And it turns out that for whatever reason, the person that I was talking to would not have made a good tenant. So I told them that I wasn't interested in having them come and rent from me, and they were shocked. They said it was the first time that anybody had ever said that. And I said, well, I just don't think you're a fit, and I think once you fill out the application, based on what you told me, I don't believe you'd be accepted. So based on my rental guidelines, I mean, not by any illegal means or anything like that, but based on the guidelines that I have, I thought they'd be rejected as a tenant. So why not waste both of our time to just not apply? They appreciated it, but they were also a little kind of get the nose out of joint a little bit because they'd never been told that before, but I was pretty firm in it. And I firmly believe that you need to choose your customers. It took a long time for me to realize that you don't want to rent to everybody that walks through the door. A big part of that is tenant screening, and we'll uncover that. But I think that if you're a rental property owner and you're just getting out of the gate in terms of renting properties, you need to understand is that although I hate vacancies, I can't stand vacancies, it's better to have your property vacant for a month or two than it is to have a bad tenant in it that's not paying, because then you'll have the vacancy problem, then you'll have damage and rehab or whatever, because it's a prescription for disaster. So again, my advice is choose your customers, just like Seth Godin says, choose your customers wisely, choose your tenants, don't take everybody that walks through the door, not everybody's qualified. So choose them, you're turning over a big asset to them, so choose them wisely. And don't be afraid to say no to people, because that's your right. You're the property owner. This is Dennis Fassett, the Cashflow Mercenary. Thanks again for tuning in. We will talk again soon.